Uncle Joey here for another fun-filled Monday morning motivation fucking podcast. That's a lot of words just to get started in this motherfucker. Everything's beautiful. It's February 5th. Fucking the Penguins have finally showed up in New Jersey. You know, I just love people, how fucking dumb we are. You know, a fighter wins a fight and he's back. You know, I remember there was 2 games during football season. There were 2 games that just passed, and Dallas had won that Sunday. And I was at the gym Monday, and they're already like, is the Dallas Cowboys a Super Bowl contender? Why are we talking about this? Because they won 1 game. We are so impressed with the dumbest shit as Americans. Listen, I grew up on the East Coast, and I know one thing for sure. We're going to get 100 inches of snow. When that's going to come, nobody knows, but it's coming. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I already saw people, it was like 62 days last week, and people like, oh, fucking Indian this, the stars. Relax, cocksucker. February is coming, and what happened on fucking Thursday? It dropped to 5. I went to Pennsylvania, it was 5 degrees and 10 with the fucking wind chill, okay? Where's everybody with their bikini now, with the Indian summers, you know? We're fucking retarded. Now it's going to warm up again, and they're already jumping up and down again. Oh, by Wednesday, it's going to be 60. Bitch, February 19th is around the corner. And let me tell you something I know for a fact. I don't know much about global warming. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the climate. I don't know about Greta Thunberg. I have no fucking idea. Of the balloons from China, you know. What the fuck? All I do know is that every year when I was growing up, there was always snow on the ground February 19th, except 2 years ago. There wasn't snow here. But times are changing. But it's still going to fucking be colder than a motherfucker. So before you bust out your little bit, look at Texas. Texas was freezing last fucking week. They had to cancel one of the basketball games because the fucking team couldn't get out of there. When a team can't get out of a city, what does that fucking tell you? Shit's fucking gone wild in that motherfucker. But that's it. It's February. I'm excited. I'm done with the residency till fucking God knows when. We're just working on the book now, and hopefully that'll make a splash when it comes out April 23rd. What I want to talk about this week, you know, every week you get thrown so much fucking news, you know, like every week. You start on Monday, and it's shit that you don't expect. Governor Santos, this, that. And it's shit that when you think about it, it doesn't matter to you at all. That's why I kind of gave up. I'm not good with current affairs because it just doesn't matter no more. Every week is more and more bullshit, and if you go into it, you know, Tim Allen showing his dick, fucking now I got to listen to fucking Baywatch all week. I don't want to, you know, so you just avoid all that shit. I didn't see the documentary. I tried to put it on for 3 minutes, and I can't watch this shit. And I like Pamela Anderson. I think we've all whacked off to her at one point in our lives. I remember I was in county jail in Seattle banging them out to a picture of Pamela Anderson, but what the fuck? We're just being honest on a Monday morning. But the news that struck me weird this week, and only one other person called me with it and said, this is fucked up, was Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know if you guys realize what that meant with Ozzy Osbourne saying, I can't do it no more. It's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end. You know, and guys, you know I love Ozzy Osbourne. Over the years, you grow up and you fucking get into this and you get into this and this and this, but like you lose a lot of shit that you ever put on an album on when you were a kid and you really wanted to work, but you're like, this just doesn't work in my life anymore. I don't know. We just grow up out of some music. Some music stays with you forever. Some music I get pissed off that I still listen to. Like, Joey, what the fuck? Grow the fuck up. You know, listen to something different. And I try, you know. But our taste change. My taste have never changed with Ozzy Osbourne. Like, when I'm driving and I hear an old Ozzy song or a Black Sabbath song, it's just like, listen, Crazy Train, you know, whatever. But there's some other jams in there in between, Ozzy's Boneyard plays, that it stops me sometimes. You know, because 20 years ago when I was growing up, they wouldn't play fucking Black Sabbath on the radio at all. At all. Not even War Pigs. Then Ozzy's, what do you think Ozzy started that fucking station? Nobody played his goddamn music. Grew up, you would never hear any fucking Black Sabbath on the radio. But it's funny how you know, guys, I saw this comedy boom grow, and I saw the reaction that people, young adults, you know, adults of all ages responded to the podcast, which created a different type of admiration from people. Now it made it simpler for you to either like them or not like them. When I was growing up and I'd watch, I don't know, some fucking comedian, Freddie Prinze. I knew he was Puerto Rican. I knew he was from the Bronx, but I didn't know he played with guns. I didn't know he did blow. I didn't know he was going through all that. If he had a podcast, we would have known, and things would have been different. Richard Pryor, you know, because what the podcast opened up was how we feel about things, opinions. We open up, some podcasters open up their family. When I first started doing the podcast, I got to tell you this, I don't know, like maybe 2 years into the church podcast, a kid moved from, like, I don't know, some other state to California. He wanted to hook up with me. And I was like, dog, what do you want to talk about? He was aspiring to be a comedian. I go, listen, I'm at the store right now. You know, I'm not hard to find. I'm at the store. He's like, no, I want to see you in North Hollywood in the daytime. I go, you know, I'm fucking busy. I got the kid, I got the podcast, I'm doing stupid shit, I'm going to fucking meetings to sell a show. You know, when I lived there, my schedule was all over the fucking place. So I said, just go to the fucking store. No, I would go to a weed store and they'd say, some guy was here for an hour waiting for you. Not that store. And I'd go to a fucking, oh my God, there was places I'd just go and he would just leave. Some guy was here waiting for you. He thinks you come over here, eat Mexican all the time. This happened at like 3 or 4 places. Meanwhile, I'm corresponding with the guy. The guy is basically living a mile from me in North Hollywood. I'm corresponding with him. And every fucking day he's like, and then one day he just went off on me. I don't want to go to a fucking store. You know, I don't like audiences. Then what are we talking about here? He went off on me, you know. And then he wrote me like a touching note. He goes, you don't understand. I don't want nothing from you. You know, this is the beginning of the podcast boom, guys. And all of a sudden, people are knocking on your door and people sending you emails that, you know, we didn't know what, you know, we came from a fucking stand-up comedy where nobody talked to you. I did a million shows and not one person ever came up to me and said, hey, great show, or, you know, you're going to be a star, or nothing. Nobody ever talked to me. Now everybody wanted to talk to you. So you're like, what the fuck is going on? So I didn't know how to react to this kid. I'll never forget that he wrote me this fucking note. And it is embarrassing, but I'll tell you guys. And because this is how I related at the time.